The Old Bridge House. The true story everyone tried to hide. There are places in this world that carry the memory of pain and death, places no one dares to approach after sunset. One such place lies in a small town in northern England, at the end of an old stone bridge that crosses a narrow, dark river. There stands a house, abandoned for more than 70 years, that locals call the Old Bridge House. Despite all warnings, journalist Richard Collins decided to enter that house in 1997 to prepare a report about the terrifying stories surrounding it. He didn't know that he would record his last words there. Chapter 1. The House in the Shadows. In the 1930s, the house belonged to a family known as the Morgans. The father, Thomas Morgan, was a surgeon at the county hospital, and his wife, Elizabeth, was a music teacher. But in the winter of 1934, something strange happened. The family simply vanished. No one saw them leave, and the house remained locked from the inside. When police entered weeks later, they found everything untouched. Food still on the table, the fireplace still burning, and the piano in the middle of the room pressing one note over and over as if someone had struck the key and disappeared. The investigation led nowhere. No bodies, no signs of a break-in. Only a sharp metallic smell, like burnt iron, and a thin layer of black ash covering every surface. The house was sealed, and from that day, the stories began. Chapter 2. The Curse. Begins. People who passed near the bridge at night claimed to hear faint music drifting from inside the locked house. Some swore they saw shadows moving slowly behind the windows, as if searching for something. In 1952, a new family bought the house for a remarkably low price. Days before her disappearance, the wife Margaret wrote in her diary, "Every night I hear footsteps in the upstairs hallway and crying sounds from the cellar. My son says a woman stands at his door and sings to him before he falls asleep." A week later, the house caught fire under mysterious circumstances. The family was never seen again. Chapter 3. The Journalist's Visit. By 1997, journalist Richard Collins was working for a magazine called The Northern Truth, specializing in unexplained phenomena. Determined to uncover the mystery of the Old Bridge House, he traveled to the village, met the locals, and listened to their testimonies. One old man named Harold told him in a trembling voice, "It's not a house, it's a gate. Something was open there long ago, and it's never been closed." Ignoring all warnings, Richard entered the house on the evening of November the 12th, 1997, carrying a camera and a voice recorder. That was the last day he was seen alive. Chapter 4. The Recordings. A month after his disappearance, police found his car parked near the bridge. Inside was a cassette tape with the words, "Do not enter the basement," written in shaky handwriting. When they played the tape, they heard footsteps, then Richard's voice. "It's cold. I don't know why I feel like I'm not alone. There's music. It's coming from the basement." Then came the sound of a piano playing one repeating note, the same melody reported decades earlier. A sudden scream followed, then chaos, and finally silence. After a few moments, in a faint whisper, Richard said, "I found the door, but it opens from the inside." The tape ended there. Chapter 5. What the police found, no body was ever recovered, only his shattered camera found near the basement door. The photos developed from the film were unsettling. Blurry images of dust-covered rooms, and one photograph showing a shadowy figure of a woman standing behind him, though Richard had been alone. After that, the house was sealed once again. But starting in the year 2000, the town suffered a string of unexplained fires near the bridge. Each time, witnesses claimed to hear faint piano music moments before the flames appeared. In one viral video taken by travelers crossing the bridge at night, the abandoned house can be seen faintly lit from within. Chapter 6: The Hidden Truth. In 2013, a British paranormal researcher named David Harrison began investigating the location. He discovered that beneath the house lay an ancient stone tunnel connecting the bridge to a nearby historic cemetery. Inside the tunnel, carved into the walls, were Latin inscriptions that translated to "The Gate of Souls opens only through music." He also found remains of old surgical tools and a charred piece of piano wood. Later, research revealed that Dr. Thomas Morgan had been conducting strange experiments in the 1930s, trying to restore consciousness to the dead using sound frequencies. It is believed he succeeded, but not in the way he intended. Chapter 7: The Final Curse. Since those discoveries, entry into the area at night has been strictly forbidden. But in 2019, a leaked video surfaced online, reportedly filmed by two young men who entered the house illegally. At the 3rd-minute mark, piano music can be heard. Then a dark shadow appears behind them. The camera begins to shake violently, and the footage cuts to black. Their fate remains unknown. Today, the old bridge house still stands, its walls cracked, its windows sealed, yet somehow alive. Those who cross the bridge after midnight claim to see a face watching from the upper window, and sometimes hear a whisper saying, "The door has opened again." Chapter 8: The Story That Never Ends True. Horror stories like this remind us that there are thin boundaries between two worlds, ours and the one beyond the shadows. Perhaps the old bridge house isn't just a legend, but a prison for souls that never found their way out. Every year, on the same night Richard Collins vanished, someone lights a candle on the bridge and leaves beside it an empty cassette tape, as if waiting for his voice to return from the basement.